Vocals 1,
And that was 2 points.
vocals
Like that was
2.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
a
a
big,
huge sacrifice.
Big
Yeah.
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 But that's another thing too. I said from the very beginning, we talked about action economy initially, but it applies to everything. It's about the trade, right? Like when you explain something to me and then you have something you have to expend, there's a price to everything, right? Like, so when you want to use a spell or an item that's kind of different or whatever, if you add a cost to it, I'm much more, because that's the way it is. Just like his hand growing back, there had to be something. If
Yeah,
not,
it
then
couldn't
it's
just
just
be.
there's no fear, not even fear, what's the word, like tension, because it's like, oh, it'll be okay, and no, it won't cost anybody anything. It's like, no, there
Yeah,
has to be a price.
Yeah, plus this
For
guy is like just growing more like a bigger grasp on the party every time something like this happens. Which fuck, starting
The
to
yeah, I mean, you
second
guys
guess my chance at my
partly not, yeah, partly not due to you, what you guys did, and partly things that you have done. Like, you are absolutely entwined with this guy in many ways.
yeah.
This thing, so
So
all
anyway,
right.
if you'd like to learn more about this, join our Patreon for
Yeah.
low
yeah,
cost
Yeah.
9.99.
Yeah, no. Actually, we're running a July 4th sale. So through July 4th, it will be $124.98. All right,
that's a hell of
so
a deal.
that's a hell of a deal.
We're losing money on that. We're losing money on that.
Yeah.
This celebrates for July 4th.
Welcome in, by the way. We had 7 people watching.
Yeah, we got
immediately.
7 people on right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good
Yeah.
conversation for them to come in.
So
Yeah.
whoever celebrates for July 4th.
What's up,
anymore.
potato?
2 dropped when they heard the price.
Yeah, that's all right.
If we
Yeah.
we can have
We
everybody
don't
shoot
have
over
that
to
stuff.
roll 20 as well. You guys should still be on the docks, but that way when we're ready to
Yep.
go out, because I will show you a few things.
Yeah.
So are we on actually? Are we?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
We're
we're
live.
All right.
Send it.
Well, welcome back in. We're fucking doing it. We're doing it live. All right. Welcome to When Black Roses Bloom. They are.
I
The
got
party finds
42
themselves
hit
in quite a
points.
dangerous situation.
What the fuck?
We are indeed alive.
You are.
For now.
So
It's
I
Pendulum
did
as a
get a
stand.
little recap here. Last time we played, you guys had delved deeper into the treacherous Ivory Tomb, navigating its trap-laden corridors. You used a potion of gaseous form where you entered a chamber in the center there that you found a small hole you were able to enter where bones turned to turnstile, which made a loud click somewhere in the tomb. Uh, the wizard, Usk, used a potion of... Oh, no, he didn't use I'm sorry, used Mimnock. That's right, to turn the turnstiles. Usk used the potion of gaseous form, which allowed a trap for him to be sucked inside the statue, where he had to fight an undead hyena, where
Damn, it's fucked up.
I would probably
he
point
escaped
blank
with
it
a
with a lightning bolt.
thunderous lightning bolt, when you guys allowed you guys to bypass the statue to discover a sarcophagus holding a what appeared to be some sort of void of destruction or annihilation, during which Bones lost his hand, only for Alana to plead to her patron for aid, resulting in Bones receiving a bony prosthetic hand after her sacrifice. You continue to adventure through the undead. Oh, I'm sorry. You found a key underneath the sarcophagus where you were able to move along and venture through the undead infested rooms. You encounter a chamber with 4 headless animal statues, having previously not collected, but seen two statues. Heads laying throughout the tomb. Your journey ended in a room with 4 sarcophagi and a giant snake, a giant stone snake erupted out of there. So I'll move you guys over, and we will do the thing.
So yeah, I forgot we're about to fight.
Something else too. Oh, so I wrote on here a few things. There's some writing, and we'll go over that before too long. But there's hieroglyphs written throughout this place, and so I put some of those on there that you guys had found, just as a quick reminder.
It goes both ways.
Yep. So this one here said, the one in this room said they go both ways. The one in here said the heart hides below the pyramid. The tiger will show you the way. In this room over here, it said the four lead the way, but only if they can see. You found a eagle head in this room, statue, and a snake's head way back here.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's roll initiative as this the sarcophagus top busts open and this giant curled stone snake erupts up out of the thing.
Hell yeah.
Bungo.
19.
Oops. 19.
Ren
Okay.
does tactical fighting.
Kieran.
12.
Bones.
19.
Gideon.
7.
Alana.
15.
15, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Ren. I'll go for it. Okay.
Insightful fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I know what he's gonna do.
Why don't you have any feet?
Come on, don't miss
Oh, boy.
it.
Man,
20 feet.
what are we gonna do here?
It looks like a normal-ish giant snake, right? Like the big snake that we've seen.
Yeah, it looks
Or-
it looks like what you would consider like kind of a constrictor style snake, giant,
Okay.
thick. All right. Oh shit. So what is your guys' dexterity here? Because it rolled a 19 as well.
I have a 14. Sorry.
What'd you say, Bungo?
15.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So it rips up. And we start with Bungo.
All right, I'm gonna rip off True Strike and shoot him with my light crossbow.
Do it.
So that is a cantrip using my spell attack. So it's I'm gonna roll it on roll 20, but it's only gonna show +6. So we're gonna add 1 to whatever we do here. Does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
All right. So first the D8 +2 for piercing. Okay, that's 6, and then the spell actually has another D6 +3. That is a total of 11 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, this radiant enveloped bolt shoots out and blasts a big chunk of stone off of it. It's a stone tongue
Oh.
comes out.
Stone. Okay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I like where I'm at, behind Alana.
Okay.
I'm a lizard guy. I'm not gonna use my bonus action.
Bones, you can hear all kinds of commotion coming from the other room. You see Bungo shoot a radiant
Yeah.
laced.
I'll just.
Oh.
I'm just gonna move here and get a peek. Oh, hello. Okay. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna grab this right in the center.
I'm just going to Eldritch Blast. So first blast is a 15.
15 misses.
Damn.
Yeah, it spins, snakes up, it shoots past it.
I'll say now, Bones, when he fires it, the first one, he fires it from his right hand, his normal hand, and then he'll fire the second one from his skeletal hand and miss terribly because I rolled a 2, but it comes out like this red color instead of his
Okay.
normal
Yeah,
bluish
like I said, it
black.
almost seems easier for you to pull the magic out of that hand than the other.
Yeah.
in the original. Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna grab some stones up off the ground. I'll cast Magic Stone, hand them to Memnock, and then I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna have him move just into the room there and throw a stone, which is 14 plus 11 plus 8 is 19.
That hits.
Alright. 7 points of, I think it's force damage or bludgeoning damage. 1 second.
How much is it?
Bludgeoning, 7 points of bludgeoning.
Magical stone smashes into it. Makes a loud thunder clap almost as that stone hits the stone and kind of blasts. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Alana.
So I am back there. Feeling a bit unprotected. She will do mirror image.
Okay.
And step forward a little bit, cautiously, still moving in a way that blocks Bungo, so a little bit more, at least trajectory-wise. And that ends her turn.
Oh, I actually skipped the creature last time, but that's fine. So it's his turn. It is going to come here and slither. Yeah, good move. So he can't get there and do what he want to do, but he can do it to you guys. So he slithers up here, and you see it rears its head out and lets out, as its head comes down and lets out this kind of dark gray smoke gas out of its mouth as it spreads across. It just barely stops, like Bungo's just barely able to get out of the way. I need you guys to make Usk and Alana to make a wisdom saving throw.
Boy. Mhm.
Would
Okay.
save. Oh, okay. I got a 16.
Okay. Usk, what'd you get?
25.
The DC is 17. On a failed save, you are slowed. Your speed is halved. You can't make one or more than one attack on your turn. In addition, you can take either an action or a bonus action on its turn. But not both.
Got it.
You target can make a
So-
repeat saving throw at the end of your turn.
I gotta ask, is that a feature of a creature or is it casting something?
No, it's not casting a spell. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just using a slow gas that it has.
Thought I'd try.
Okay. And it is going to attack. I'd say it's going to do it at random. It's going to attack one attack at each of you. So Usk, it rolled a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Misses.
More than
So as this
definitely.
thing slams into you, wraps around, and starts to squeeze, you take 18 bludgeoning, and you are grappled. And then its tail comes whipping around to try to grab Alana,
Okay, so
and roll a 12 to hit.
Okay.
my shield takes 5 of that
yeah, so
and
that's a miss.
shatters.
That hits one of your images.
Well, I mean, my AC is 14,
Yeah, but
yeah, I also rolled a 13 from one of my images, so it would take out one of those as well.
Cool.
Gotcha. Okay. Even if it misses, it hits a.
I don't think
Oh
so.
wait,
Oh, you had to
maybe
hit
not.
you to
Maybe
miss.
not.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it has to hit you for it to
Yeah.
take away
Yeah,
one of your.
So
Yeah, I
many,
think so.
so many Alanas right now. Good thing Jeff's not
Yeah.
here.
All right. That is its turn, and now we are at Ren, who's going to use his insight fighting. Okay, Okay, he gets advantage on the creature. She probably would have stepped up here, and he is going to attack with advantage. He actually. What's your guys' proficiency bonus? 4?
Yes.
Okay, he hits. And does. Ooh. Damn. 20. 20. Let's see, 6 4s 18. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he hits it right in its like jeweled eye, and the eye shatters. A good shot.
You say he's dead?
No, he's still up. Kieran. Or Usk.
Benny.
Yes. Alrighty, so I am currently grappled, so then this into the attacks can't be. It's not much I can really do, so while I'm kind of just being, I'm just gonna put my hands on it. Bit right, I mean, just point blank ray of frost of it.
Well, that is a ranged attack,
Okay.
so it will be a disadvantage
Yeah.
if you use a ranged attack.
I understand, but it's not much else I can really do. My strength
no.
ain't shit.
That's fine. Okay.
So, well, it's with disadvantage. With disadvantage, I got 17.
17 hits.
Okay. So that is 8 points of frost damage.
Okay.
And since it got hits, its speed is reduced by 10 feet until its next turn.
Okay.
To the end of its next turn. No,
Sounds
until the
good.
start of its next turn, so it won't do shit. But
Well, that's useless. You think it would be at the end of their next turn because no matter what,
Yeah.
their next turn.
and
Wait, what is it?
because I Ray of Frost,
It
It's-
slows them?
it slows them by 10 feet until the start of the next turn.
No, it's got to be the end.
Yeah,
There's
or the
no
start
way
of your
it's-
next turn, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh
makes-
shit! Yes, yeah. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
reading
yeah.
it completely wrong. Yes, till start of
Okay.
my next
Any
turn.
other any bonus action?
Oh, Will. I'm going to. You'll see Usk's jaw open and unhinge slightly, and I'm gonna bite into this thing.
Okay.
As a Hungry Jaws,
Yeah.
as a bonus action. Where is it? My bite attack. Let's see. Okay, 19.
As you hit it, you bite clearly, but you just feel it like crack your teeth as it's immune to your non-magical mouth.
The main reason I was doing it is because if I hit, I get temporary hit points.
I think that's only though if you do damage because it's like you're eating or taking it. Yeah, I think you have to damage it for that.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like you're taking some of their life
Well,
force.
the way it's worded here is once per shot, rest, bonus
Right, I
action.
understand. It probably says if on a hit, but it doesn't make any sense because it's not a magical attack. Like you got to do damage.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Gideon, you're up.
Okay, javelin's out. I'm looking to see. This thing's huge? I can try to attack it without hurting us.
Oh,
All right. So right off the bat, I'm throwing the javelin of lightning at it. Dexterity save for the lightning
it's-
damage.
Boy.
It rolled a 0.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And I rolled a 18. Wait, do I have to
No, you just roll damage.
just roll damage? So then it's 4d6.
It's got a saving throw.
5
and 7 is 12. So I'm gonna
Bolt of lightning blasts into
yeah.
it.
So 12 points damage, and then I'm gonna run in with my mace and just like run up and just slam down. For that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. for 10 points, or wait, no, 12 more points of magical damage. And then I'm going to spin that thing around and action surge and just crack it 2 more times.
I love it. Get on it.
So that's a 26. Woo! 19. I wish I was a different kind of fighter. So 19 plus 11 would be a 30. So a 26 and a 30. Jesus.
Gideon has quietly become an unstoppable killing machine. Sorry.
So the first one is 11
Yes, he
points,
has.
and the second one is 2 plus 7 is 9 points. So that's 20 points on the action surge, and then I think with a bonus action, I'm going to second wind because I'm at 42 hit points. So,
Do it.
I'm fucking Damien this. I'm fucking not going to hold on to this shit right now. It's a big old giant
I know.
snake. So
Get your action surge back on a short rest.
Yeah, I know. 12. It's 12 points of healing.
I don't think we can take any more of those before we take a long rest.
That's
Well,
fine.
somebody can.
That's great.
Oh, that's
Remember,
true.
you guys.
can.
I
yeah,
never-
Gideon actually can.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I think he has another one, and a few others do too.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you see Gideon hear a bolt, a crash of lightning, and then Gideon comes rolling in with that mace, and it's just knocking chunks off of this thing.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm trying to
beat
get
up.
its attention.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Bungo, you're up.
Well, I think I'll do the. I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna hit it with the True Strike light crossbow. So that's a 19 to hit.
That hit.
Okay, and then that'll be a. What the fuck did I just roll? Yeah, correct. So that's a 5 plus the True Strike damage here. Oh god, it rolled horrible. So that's 9 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, blasting it off. You see there's chunks of it laying around, but it's still got some fight in it. Certainly hurt.
And I'm going to use Healing Word on Gideon. Actually, so True Strike was a cantrip. Can I use Healing Word as a bonus action spell?
Yes.
Because it's
Yep. Bonus action spell, level spell, cantrip. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to give him a level 1 Healing Word, 2d4 plus 3. Coming at you. All right, that's a good roll. 10 points of healing.
Okay.
And I'm staying put.
Bones.
I'm gonna draw my Sword of the White Rose
Yeah.
into my
Been a-
skeletal hand.
Had that since the early game.
I got that off the first corpse we found.
Oh yeah.
At the post sign.
It was so many corpses ago.
Yeah, it served me well. Bones is gonna run. He's got like this kind of crazed look on his face, and I'm gonna jump and hold the sword out like this and like slam it into the snake.
New or wild bones. All the corpses. Yeah.
All the corpses.
I mean, he's pretty much a corpse right now. So.
Good roll. 24.
24 hits. You hear bones come. Screaming up. You're like, what? You've never seen him.
It is a weird thing for Bones
He's
to
got
do.
a wild look in all 3 of his eyes.
That's creepy as fuck.
That's 13 points of slashing damage.
That sword, cuts surprisingly deep into that stone. It rears up.
Okay, still alive.
Yeah, this thing's a pretty hardy.
And then I'm gonna. I don't really have any good bonus actions. Sorry. Oh, do I have any? Sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm reading about the sorcery converting spell slots thing, because I don't know if I have enough. I don't. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bones is in it.
All right. It is going to try to squeeze Usk more. Does have to make an attack, but it has advantage on it. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
16 bludgeoning damage.
You start
You guys
hearing
keep-
some. You start hearing some
Bones.
ribs crack.
Yeah, yep. All right, and then it's going to attack. What's his intelligence? We'll see if it's smart enough to realize who's. No, it's going to attack randomly the other three. And it's going to be Alana. 12 to hit. Wow, you have the shitty AC now, and you I can't hit you. Okay, that is its turn. Alana.
Cool. Oh, that's a nat 20. Okay, so she hates that this is going on. She feels like she doesn't have like what she usually does, and so her hands go black, and she does inflict wounds on it. So I gotta roll damage on this.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's pissed. All right, and so that is,
you doubled out all the dice for that. Yeah, that's what.
yeah.
15,
So
10?
that's yeah, I rolled a 15 total, so that's 30 necrotic.
So just double the dice. Yeah, we'll roll.
Yeah.
So instead of doubling the damage, actually double the how many dice.
No,
you
no,
roll
no.
now.
That was it exactly. I rolled 2 4s and a 7.
Oh, I got you. What's the
Yeah.
damage on that?
So that's 30.
I mean, like, what do you? 3d10.
What? It's 3d10.
So it should be 60-10.
He's
But
saying
you crit it.
instead of rolling the normal and doubling it, just roll.
Yeah.
twice the
You want me
amount.
to roll? You want me to roll?
Yeah,
That's how we normally have been doing it. I just want to keep it like. I think that's
Oh,
how we've been
sure.
doing it, right?
Yeah,
So
in
that's
this
fine. Let me-
campaign,
let me
that's
just-
how we've been doubling the dice.
That's what you've
Cool.
said it, yeah.
So I'll do that then.
I double the damage, but
Did it
I'm
work out in your
usually
favor?
running for 6 or 7, and it keeps it a little bit faster in case
Yeah.
that. But that's just I'll show.
So it's 31.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
So as you touch it, this necrotic energy like shoots through it, and you see cracks form all up through it. As the necrotic energy kind of literally infuses with it and cracks all the way up it. Though you're not sure how all the stone is keeping itself together, but it is.
Perfect. And that'll be her turn because I can't do anything else.
Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Sure. Ooh, I roll a 19 plus 4. That's 23.
You are no longer slowed.
Nice.
Okay, and Ren's turn. He attacks with his advantage and hits with an 18. So he gets sneak attack, which again is actually fuck. I've been rolling so good for it. So that is 3d8 or 3d6 for a sneak, right? For his level, I'm sure. Or is it 40?
level 11?
No, 9.
21.
9. What am I talking about?
Okay.
I was thinking
I almost posted like a we leveled up joke prior to the session, but I held off. I can't remember if it's 4 or 3 at 9. I think it's 3.
Good. I did 3. If we find out it's 4, well, it's still alive. Usk. I can look it up too.
I think it's
Wait, I can. No.
wait, I have the player's handbook right here.
Oh. You mean like one of these?
Yeah, I can just look. I'm looking it up right now.
With being grappled, could I still grab an object from my sword or from
46
my bag?
because he's 1 level artificer, so he's 8 level rogue, so it's 46.
46. Okay, the thing. I'll add another d6. It does. Still alive? Yes, you can grab something.
I'm grabbing my wand of lightning bolts. Fuck this thing. I'm gonna use 3 charges to cast it at 5th level. Cause fuck this thing.
Wow.
It needs to be like a deck save.
Novaing.
I
failed.
I respect it.
I agree.
10d6 damage. He takes 33 points of lightning damage.
Yep, it as he reaches in, pulls that wand out as the snake's head comes spinning around. You shove it into its mouth and utter a word of arcane energy as it just blasts up. You see electricity kind of traces where all that necrotic energy had come through before shooting out and exploding as the stones go flying across the room. And you guys have to shield yourself from these large rocks as they go flying around, but it is dead.
Baller.
Well done.
Fuck this place so far. Jesus.
Oh,
Ow.
I got rid of the snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you look like shit, Usk.
Yeah, pretty sure I got some ribs broken here.
Hey, welcome to the party.
Yeah. Not looking too good. As I
What'd
just
you-
start coughing up blood.
I'm gonna go lay on hands like 5 points in the house.
I'll also go
Wait,
over.
are we gonna short rest or no? At some point. Then we're gonna press on.
There was also I forgot that Ren had found a secret door, but the mechanism to open it isn't like attached to the wall. And he pointed it out. It's over here. I don't know if you guys can see that now, but
I lay on
Right.
hands Usk too. But don't worry, and I give you 10 HP.
Why would I have to worry?
Where'd you say the mechanism was? I
I'm a
missed
little
that.
scary.
oops, right here.
Hashtag
No, not the
truth.
mechanism. That's just what the door is. You guys don't know where the
Oh, we don't know where the mechanism is.
yeah.
Ugh.
I wouldn't
it's
be
weird feeling
opposed to
everything
taking
shifting back in.
a quick break, but I'm ready to push on if we need to. If
Okay.
so, what are we doing here? Like, what's our next step, Smarties?
Well, we're trying to find our gear, but then also
I know what we're doing here, but I'm saying, like, where are we going from here?
I think
secret passageway.
I
Yeah.
think we need to find and reattach all the heads.
That seems to be the premise of it.
And then
Round
follow
two.
the tiger one. If there is a
So-
tiger one.
We found the snake head and the eagle
Eagle.
head.
Eagle.
We got more rooms to search, I suppose.
Say what room? Yeah, there's rooms
I just really wonder
up near
if
the sarcophagus we haven't looked in.
if all of this security is somewhere they went, or they had an easier way to drop off our things somewhere, because it seems like a lot.
I would imagine.
That's- Though I guess if you knew what you were doing,
I mean,
Yeah.
if they have the only control of magic and no one else can, that would make sense if they just.
I'm guessing we missed the boat on where our things are.
I think we really did, but this is seemingly the only path we could have taken. Maybe. I
think
just.
you're right.
It just seems like a lot. But again, I don't think they maybe walked it down here. You know.
I mean,
Potentially.
we all saw big holy man dude just vanish.
Right. You're not wrong.
So he has to have some way to teleport about.
It's true. I wonder if there's a way.
But-
we could.
Actually,
We don't have those capabilities, so we kind of stuck going this one way, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some, I don't know, jammer or resonance thing, or I don't even know. It's beyond me right now. Should we go do the
say we-
statues or check
We
out the?
take a short rest for those who can, and then go back up towards the sarcophagus and look into those rooms.
Ren would peek into the sarcophagus in the room now that
No,
it's
I'm-
open.
I mean,
And see that there's. I know what you mean, but I'm saying he
Oh.
would have noticed this and looks in the sarcophagus that is open, that just the thing busted out of because there's 4 sarcophagi in here. And what he sees is what appears to be like a dial in it. Like literally, like you'd grab it and spit. It looks like you could like twist it, crank it, whatever.
Are there any like markings or on it at all? No, like spin this way, spin that way.
You
Oh,
have to,
wait,
like
there's-
bop it or pull it or something.
Yeah, pop it, pull it.
There's, hey, there's 4 sarcophagi in here. There's 4 statues in the other room. One with a snake head or whatever, and we just kill the snake. I wonder if we turn that dial, if it impacts the statue in the other room. Somehow.
I'll send Memnock out.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna sit down in
Keep an eye
the
on all of
corner
them.
and
Go like up into the center of the room.
start
Okay.
wrapping my wounds.
Go ahead and spin it.
Ren.
Yeah,
let's
listen.
spin it.
Ren will go to spin it. Yeah, he tells you that it spins both ways.
Spin it clockwise.
Turns it clockwise and it goes like a half a turn and stops. Nothing happens. He turns it counterclockwise. It goes about a half a turn, or it goes a full turn now, like a half back to where it started, and then another half, and it stops and nothing happens.
Nothing in the other room where he sent Memnock. Can we look in the other sarcophagi and see if there's...
Yeah, as you guys push the lids off the other 3, you see there's a dial in each of those as well.
Oh snap!
So there might be symbols or markings in the other room that tell us what setting this thing is.
You guys, oh, you mean which rooms?
The big room that we haven't fully explored yet with the 4 statues.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Well, you guys have
Yeah.
been in there. You guys walked that. That's where you found out the 4 lead the way, but only if they can see.
I think, well, I hadn't found all the way.
Or yeah, maybe Bungo has it, but Ren had walked it.
Well,
4 lead the way, but only if they can see. So we need their heads. That's clear. We need to find the 4 heads. Otherwise, these dials won't work because they can't see. Right? So we gotta go back and find where these 4 decapitated statues
where are
were.
we gonna move the heads?
They're pretty big. They can
You guys
be
can't
heavy.
pick them. They're about 200 pounds, so you can carry them.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just like,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought they were like
Ugh,
2,000.
but no, 200. About
Just
200.
give me
Okay,
like
so-
another
Okay.
32 minutes.
You guys
Need
go-
to-
If I can,
Give me
if
a-
I can get a short rest in while they're trying to figure this out, that's just wrapping my wounds and stuff.
You gotta
We-
carry the thing.
Sorry, what?
Can we try the other dials as well?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and do that.
How are you doing them? Just turning them randomly, or do you want to?
I'll do the same thing as I did with as I told Ren to do. Clockwise.
So you're
first,
gonna go
then
clockwise
counterclockwise,
first? Yep.
then
So
I'll do
yeah,
them.
you go through.
I'll be careful about it. I'll do them one by one. You know, looking with Memnock.
So you've just done that one. You're going to go to the next one, turn it all the way to clockwise while someone's watching, then go all the way to counterclockwise. Then go to the next one, go all the way to counter or
Yep, yep.
clockwise to counter. Nothing happened.
So, you think we
Yeah.
need 4 people doing it at once?
Oh,
Maybe. It's not a bad idea. But
Just-
they need to see. I think, unless it's just a red herring, and it doesn't matter.
What's a red herring?
It's a bird.
What? Oh, well, that makes no
A
sense.
fake lead. Fake lead.
I think
We-
I've actually got a drawing of one somewhere.
as Oz starts looking for pictures.
we
No, the
open
only
that
thing in this room is the hieroglyphs that say they go both ways.
and the secret door.
In the secret door, yeah.
Can I open the secret door?
No, there's no way. Like Ren tells you that it's not about just opening it. There's some other thing that opens this. Like you can't open it from this.
All right.
Wait,
Are
He
there-
would guess that these dials being so close would have something to do with it. I think
What's-
his passive insight
Yep.
probably.
what were the animals again?
Oh, that you saw in that room, like the
For
bodies of the
The
statues.
heads, yeah.
Well, the heads you found were a snake head and an eagle head, but in the that room, the big circular room. But you see that there are 4 statues. They're all missing their heads, but you can tell kind of what kind of creature they are by their body. You see there's a snake, a cat, an ox, and an eagle.
Yeah, so we haven't seen an ox or a cat.
Does the
Cat meaning tiger, probably.
I
That's
was
my
gonna
guess.
ask that question. I wasn't going to assume. Um, does the cat body have any distinguishing features?
It doesn't look like a tiger, like, so it looks more like a Egyptian cat, like slender
Right.
type of. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we try turning all the dials the same direction? Like
You guys
getting
have them all in the same direction right now.
Okay. So it says they go both ways then? Like, how about half of them in the
So as you
opposite
turn
direction?
2 of them the other way, that door slides open.
Nice. Good thinking.
And it
Mhm.
reveals your doom. No.
Is my short rest
No, no.
over by the end of the? By
Yes,
this?
I would say it ended. Yep, yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
roll
right
2
right as soon as
hit
the-
dice.
Okay.
I
Right
just
as the
wanted
door
to let you
opens.
know.
Hot
Yeah.
oil
Gideon stands
pours
up.
into the room.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, the light pours in. Yeah. This 20-foot by like 40-foot room. This is dominated in the center by an 8-foot long, 3-foot wide stone sarcophagus decorated with ivory and gold. A few feet away from the stone box is a large hunk of stone carved to look like an ox's head. It rests on the floor. There's hieroglyphs on the wall. Let me open the door. Sorry.
Usk.
Yeah, as you call it.
Get over
Usk.
here.
Yeah. As you call him in, he says, hieroglyphs are above the sarcophagus, and it says purification lies within.
Great.
That's not cool. Can we have Ren trap check?
Yeah, he'll come in and
Just like the ground and around the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I'll be right with him, so he's not nervous or anything.
I'll
he
put
doesn't
him on.
he doesn't find anything. I'm just grabbing a drink, but I can hear you guys. He doesn't find anything. He does his. What's ironic about Ren and Jeff's character is he is arguably coolest. Could have been. Like his abilities are ridiculous. And then of course Jeff is.
Also
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous in his own way, in a different way. But yeah.
yeah.
So it's quite a funny character. But no, he doesn't appear to see any. He doesn't see any things. He trapped. Anything like that.
So,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
step
grab
in.
the ox head. Someone come with me just in case.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I'm just gonna set it at the base of the statue. I'm not gonna fix it up yet.
Sorry, what are you guys doing?
I'm taking that ox head into the big room and I'm setting it by the base of the statue. I'm not putting it on the top yet. I'm just staging it so we don't have to carry it all around. Is that cool? We're gonna go drop it off and come back to the party. Oh no.
Yeah.
We'll assume you did that. I don't think.
Hello?
There you are.
You think you went too far?
Why,
away, my friend.
Yeah, your
Why,
connection.
normally-
Like, if
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
too far away, it's starting to.
Yeah,
Gideon-
normally though, you go this far. I had to grab something real quick. Oh, no, sorry,
Gideon
what-
and Bungo just carried the ox head to the statue. We did not put it on there. We just placed it as just a statement when we're ready.
Okay, got that.
Can I
So-
just look over the sarcophagus? Is there any writing, anything else? If I look a little closer at the
No, just it's just
plain
inlaid
stone.
with gold and ivory.
I'll push this thing off.
Don't reach inside it.
I've learned my lesson.
I haven't had
Black
a chance
inside,
to
don't reach inside it.
push one of these off. I'll push it off.
See. Darkness. Void.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I swear.
I'm moving
Should I
back.
hide my hand in.
Hey, Bones, you wanna
Grab the spell.
go in this
Grab
one?
it again. Hmm.
It's
I don't-
bony finger.
Is it with
Yeah.
the human finger or
Oh,
the
yeah.
bony finger?
If I flip anyone off in this campaign from now on, it's definitely on the skeleton hand.
Ah.
I cannot dispel this. I can only
Okay.
do that once a day with my very
Okay.
special musical instrument.
Okay.
Can I find a point of leverage and see if this sarcophagus moves off the floor, like the last one
Yeah.
did?
You give it a shove, and you don't think it's going anywhere.
No?
It feels like it's like, yeah,
All right,
Built in.
yeah.
it's fucking sturdy. We got what we need.
I think so.
I don't. So yeah, I mean, a quick search would probably just. There's probably nothing else in here other than
Yeah, it's just void.
annihilation.
Anyone got any trash they need to throw out?
Anyone have some chalk and we can just write "Do not touch" on the light grenade. Pick me up.
I don't think I have any.
Mom and Dad save the world. Sorry. Deep reference. Yeah, nothing else in here, right? So where was the snake head? Can we go get that without?
You guys can, yeah, it's back here.
It's at the beginning of the hallway.
Okay, you guys grabbing that?
I'd say we grab it and stage it.
Yeah,
Being
stage
careful.
everything that we can.
Being careful not to, we'll move as a party and like not step in old traps and stuff.
Yep, you guys are able to grab the one eagle's head out of this room up here, and then grab the snake's head, put it in front of the statue.
And the missing one is it a tiger?
It's the cat.
It's the cat, the Egyptian-esque cat.
So the other room says the heart hides below the pyramid. The tiger will show you the way.
Right.
Tiger
We
must
didn't
be
really.
the cat.
Did we search that room thoroughly? That's the one with all the cobwebs.
Yeah,
There
you
we
guys
go.
burned it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one door down here that was like maybe like the elevator. It's up to go down or down to go up or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing. Is there anything else in this big room?
What
Yeah.
big room?
The one with the statues. There's no.
Mm-mm. There's a big well in the center with a locked lid, but
Can we unlock it? Is it trapped at all?
no, it doesn't. You don't see any locking mechanism. It just won't budge.
Okay.
Just too big.
But potentially might need all the heads to be on it.
Probably.
On it or
Yeah.
on the statues?
On the statues.
So you said there's another sarcophagus in this room. It's open and it's darkness again. I'll grab out a spare t-shirt, that top that I had, and kind of just hold one end and just like slowly drop it in. I'm not putting my hand in.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it though.
How far are you going in?
I'm
Let go.
gonna let the t-shirt go in about halfway,
Let go.
and then
You pull it up, and half of it's gone.
yeah,
You guys are tempting bait. Don't touch that stuff.
Some things are better to be left alone. Most things, in my.
So we have three options here.
but where's the spirit of adventure in that?
So-
I mean,
So we
I'm being alive and having all limbs.
there's three doors, three paths that we haven't taken. So there's the one in the Eagle's Head room. I see. I don't think we went through that side door.
Yep.
there's this slime door way further back, the one that was all
Yeah.
corroded. And then there's the I don't know if it's an elevator, but the language made it sound like that maybe to me, which
That was-
terrifies me.
That was that one, right? That I just pinged.
This
Oh,
one.
there's
Oh yeah, you
more
guys
beneath
forget
there.
there's a one up here, there's one up here, and there's one over here as well.
Yeah.
I'm zooming out. I didn't see that. Sorry.
Over where you fell into the trap, like over here. There's one there, here,
Oh, God.
here. Because this was at a door here.
Yeah.
This was the. I don't know what this one was. Where's this one?
Okay. Well, how about we rule out Eagle Room door first, unless
I think
anyone
that's
else.
a good idea.
Okay, so let's go up to this door here, folks, and see what we can see.
Yeah, it looks like every other door. Ren doesn't see any traps or anything. It looks like it's unlocked.
Ryan, open it. He's not here. He's our door dummy.
I will be with Ren at any point of us making him do stupid shit.
And just remember, hey,
So put
listen,
Memnock on him.
remember, we ran into a situation back in the day. We all went up to a door together and bunched up, and we all got killed inside a giant gas bubble, and had our.
Kill.
Yeah, it's actually a weird story, but yeah. Anyways, don't bunch up near the door.
All right.
I'll just start looking at everyone's slot. Huh. That'll
Bones.
explain a few things.
I just go like this and trace the scars along my forehead.
Yeah, that'll explain a few things. Okay.
As Ren swings the door open, it pivots in the center. You guys hear a sound of as these spears come shooting out.
Woo!
Jesus.
Ren does get hit with a nat 20 on him. So
What about Memnock?
Am I able to?
you're not
Cutting
in the
wood.
path of it, and they fall short of Gideon, just short. Like actually, one of them hits you. It just lost enough power that it didn't, wouldn't puncture you or anything. But
I was wondering if I can cutting work.
Nimnock is not hit.
I figured not. He could just go behind Ren, but
I'm rolling terrible for damage. He's so lucky. Oh my gosh.
Good.
just
Oh,
a
I
roll
rolled-
now.
Well, it's supposed to be 3d6, and I rolled 3 1s and 3 2s, so 9 points of damage on Ren.
Oof. I was going to use my reaction, but it's not a creature; it's a trap.
Damn.
As the door swings out, it's just a wall.
Well,
Ear holders.
we ruled it
That
out.
was that one out.
Bones just walks away.
Bye.
Where were we on that?
Are we gonna do the lever room next?
Lever room. What room was that? Oh, that one scares me, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a thing about confined spaces, and if that's an elevator, I'm not getting in it. I don't
What's an elevator?
Yeah.
like
a pulley?
a dumbwaiter. A
Like a pulley.
dumbwaiter.
Oh yes.
Right. Yeah. No.
We disarmed or like all the traps in these hallways and stuff, right?
If you can
Or
see
are
the
aware
hallway,
of them.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
if you could see them, rather, yeah.
I just don't want Noah. I was like, am I being stupid just moving my mini around right now on the screen?
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys for some reason didn't see one, but
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Where are we going? Are we gonna rule out some of the upper doors first, or are we going to this elevator? deal?
yeah, you look, they're all gone. You're kind of talking to yourself now as you're looking down the.
Ah!
Oh, I forgot to remember.
Guys!
Knock, come. I
Are we
say-
missing someone?
Your pitter patter, tiny little feet.
We hear them
Tiny.
like echoing through the stone halls.
Guys, Bungo was eating his protein powder and chia seeds. He's gotta get his pump on.
I say we go this one.
Okay, Bungo will come around the corner
that
here. and
the-
see-
Is that the
Yeah,
elevator?
you guys know you have to kind of like hop over that.
Yeah.
Like it's not disabled necessarily unless you want to try to disable it. But you know that
It was-
will
dispelled.
Well, actually, it's fallen through, so you can. It's just a pit now. You can see down into.
The force cage was dispelled,
Yeah.
thankfully. Yeah. I'm gonna let someone else open that door. I'm not jumping across the water if I don't have to. That was kind of a traumatic moment. That was my bones hand moment.
Alright, alright. Oh,
Ren, why don't you check out that door? With your spear.
Be right back.
I'll
Dude,
kind
Oz-
of. I'll,
Don't-
I'll,
You're so
Oh.
hurt.
I'll hug the wall and try and just like nudge it open.
So it
And
does take a
try and
little bit. Like
pivot.
you can definitely push up, but it's going to take both your hands to kind of, as it starts to pivot, and as it does, you hear these gouts of flame come shooting out of these holes on the wall. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. There is.
Oh, wasn't close enough. I knew I
Alrighty,
should have
dex
done it.
save. Rolled decent, got a 17.
We'll do it. Let's see.
You die half as much.
10 fire damage. Oh, no, 5. You made the save. Sorry, 5.
Yeah. That's going to take a while to grow back. What was that door out?
Is there anything behind it?
Just a wall.
Nice.
I suggest we all clear out from in front of this door, except for the one of us. Does anyone have like a mage hand or a spell like that that they could use to open this door with us not in front of it?
It's going to take more than 5 pounds or 10 pounds. These doors won't
Okay.
open with a mage hand unless you have something that can add strength to it.
How hard can Memnock push? Sorry.
He can open one of these doors.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm willing if need be.
I'm not gonna do it. He'll be fine.
Yeah, just Gideon, don't, or Ren or whoever's there. Oh, that's Bones. Don't stand in front of the door.
It appears to be unlocked.
I will have Memnock. Hold on, let me pull up his stats real quick, just in case.
Where are you? How are you? You're pretty hurt again, right?
Looking a bit crisp now, I guess. I've
Can't
seen
afford-
better days, but I'm not my worst.
Yeah, I'll have Memnock push the door open.
Yeah, as the door swings open, it opens up into a probably like 50-foot by 50-foot room. A
course.
simple wooden stone carver tools, ruined by age, clutter on top of a pair of broken tables against the I guess it'd be western wall. A 10 8-foot long, 3-foot wide stone boxes lie on the floor, all of them missing lids. These are not sarcophagi, these are boxes. A sarcophagus is kind of shaped different, A large rotting tapestry hangs from an iron rod suspended from the room's 12-foot high ceilings against the far wall. I'm going to open the door for you.
Before anything happens, I'd like to dump a level 2 healing word into Ooze.
Okay.
16
When
points.
So over here is where the two tables with like the old rotten stone cutter tools. There's boxes just littering this place, large boxes. You kind of have to like walk amongst them a little bit. And then the big tapestries on the far wall.
I'm gonna hand. Are they like wooden like crates?
They're stone.
Stone.
Yeah, they would be
But they
called
have
like
lids?
stone boxes. So
Would,
they're about the size of the sarcophagus, but they're not.
Yeah,
they're not like shaped like that. They're literally just
Right.
like.
Would okay, so never mind.
There's some hieroglyphs on the wall of so the iron rod that the tapestry's on covers 99% of it, but slightly above it isn't. There's some hieroglyphs that read take a deep breath.
You need a hand in there. So you need a hand in there?
You don't know
Bones?
yet.
I mean, the last hand kind of, but
Ah,
I didn't mean
Maybe
it
the
like that.
no, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go over to the tapestry
Never apologize, Husk.
and I'll just like see if I can move it back and get a look at the wall behind it.
Yeah, as you go to move it, you move it, and immediately you see there's a stone head on the ground there. And as you do, as soon as you move that, you see a stone head, a cat's head. You guys, that door slams shut, splitting Usk and Gideon.
Oh, fuck.
As it does, hold on one second. Oh shit, I fucked that all up. No, I fucked the whole map up. Okay, hold on.
Well,
we go.
I don't see it right now.
So
Oh
yeah,
damn!
as you touch that, and you're like, the moment you see it, the door slams shut. You kind of turn your head and look back, and you guys hear this whooshing sound as you
I
guys
immediately
hear the
start
sound
holding my
coming
breath.
within these boxes. You kind of hear something coming within these boxes. You notice now that nobody's really looked in them, these tiny little holes as water starts to pump up through them.
Water. Oh,
Yeah. So roll initiative, everybody.
okay.
19 for Bungo.
Okay. Gideon.
9.
Usk.
15.
15. The bones.
13.
Alana.
8.
Okay.
Fuck. Am I the only one in this hallway right now?
You and
Red.
Memnock.
And
Ren.
Red. Bungo.
You and Ren, I think, are outside.
What would you like to do? The water is rising fast, so time is of the essence.
If I polymorph, I can't cast spells, right? I wouldn't do it.
Correct, unless maybe you polymorphed into something that had hand. I don't know. That's a good question. Because you can polymorph into.
Like a
Is it just
like a
creatures?
water
Is it just beasts? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to. Depends on what you turn into, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start by doing a. Christ. I'm gonna start by casting Bless on everybody in the room. Just to get rolling here. So first level Bless. So that everyone has, some teeth on their saving throws.
Bless you, said.
Yeah, so everybody is blessed in this room.
Okay. Anything else?
And I'm gonna free action scream through the door of like, the room's filling with water. We gotta get the fuck out of here. And I will bonus action. I inspire Usk.
You have an inspiration, Usk. It's Ren's turn. He's going to run up to the door. And as you guys are about to try to figure something out, Ren puts his hand out to you to stop you, Gideon, as he points out there's a glyph on it now. He says there's looks like some sort of glyph.
Fuck.
That's his turn. Usk.
Alrighty. So I just want to, first off, I'll stop holding my breath for a minute so I'm not still holding it. I'm going to start looking around for, with previous traps. Is there any arcane glyphs or magical glyphs along the walls
Yeah, give me an
and the
investigation
boxes?
roll.
Investigation. Okay. Okay. 21. And
You
Schmuck.
see that there is a glyph on the door.
Just on the door.
Yep.
I will attempt to use what I did to the previous glyphs. Try and break it. Try and break the glyph. If it's possible.
I'm sorry, I was reading something. What?
Yeah, good. Got the previous glyphs in the trap room before. I want to try and break it.
Okay. Yeah, give me a Arcana check.
Arcana. A 19.
It does not. You're not able to break it or dispel it.
That's probably my turn gone now then.
Okay. Bones.
Okay, so water is filling up, but it's not like full yet, but by any means, right?
No, not yet. It's coming in quick though.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Can I guess on like how long we have until it's full at the rate it's going? I'll use. I forgot to use
yeah,
my
it's
action
filling
to do
up
that.
like a 6 inches a second.
6 inches a second. You said it's 12-foot high ceiling, so that's like 2 rounds maybe. Okay. Okay. Whoosh. Yeah, 6 seconds a round. Yeah. Maybe 3 rounds. Okay.
Fuck.
I'm gonna try and pick up the head.
Okay. Yeah. What's your strength? Yeah, you can pick it up. But what's your strength? Are you encumbered while carrying it? If so, your speed is halved.
Probably.
You can definitely pick it up.
How much can I carry? I can carry 120. And I
Yeah,
already
so
have
you're encumbered.
78, so I'm
So
encumbered.
your movement is halved and stuff. But
Okay. So I'll have 15 feet of movement. I'll pick it up. Was it right near me, or do I have to move it all? Okay. So
no, it's basically it's like right here.
Okay, so I'll grab it and 5, 10, 15.
He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
sloshing through the
yeah.
water.
Okay, I have a rules question. The blink spell. If I go into the ethereal plane, it says I reappear within 10 feet that I can see. Could I see through the walls in the ethereal plane?
No.
No, so I can't use it to like pass through the walls.
No.
Damn. Never mind, I can't get out. That sucks. Can I? Oh, but I can catch my breath, can't I? And the blink spell.
Yeah, in theory. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Okay. I'm gonna just use my action to dash and get up to the door. I'm gonna say, we gotta find some way to get out of here, and I'll put the head down, like, at the door.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Just keep reading stuff. What'd you say?
No, you're good. I've just dashed up to the door and put the head down.
Okay. Gideon.
Mace is out. Now, Ren said the door has a glyph. I'm going just left of the door, and I'm fucking hitting my mace up against the stone. Like, you know.
The wall?
Yeah, the
Okay.
wall. Just trying to. I think that's the only thing, like, my panic mind would go into.
Yeah, as you give it everything you got, you hit the wall itself, and it just bounces off of it.
Yeah. Fuck. Jesus. Yeah. I'm just, I guess, keeping an eye out for anything else
Okay.
that may come our way, and fucking asking, looking at Ren and be like, you need to figure out a fucking way through this. Come on, I thought you were smart.
Alana.
Did we move all of the curtain or just a little bit of it?
I just like
just-
kind of moved
Yeah,
it
you just moved it
out the way.
5 feet over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and grab the curtain and move it all the way over. And she's gonna say, well, as much as I can.
Yeah, you can dash.
movement-wise.
If you dash, you can do it.
Because
So you
she's
would
getting
go
a
all the
little
way.
frantic. She's gonna say, "What the heck does this all say?" Like, and she wants
So
to see if there's anything else.
yeah, so as you go, and you can't really make out much on the tapestry as you slide it over. You don't see anything on the wall or anything behind it.
So there's nothing else written there.
Nope.
Just the one thing about holding
Yeah,
her breath.
like take a deep breath.
Shoot. And how many boxes were there?
There was let me double check
8.
that. Yeah, maybe there was 8.
Like 8.
No, the 10. They were 8 foot long. There's 10 of them.
Oh,
How big are the holes?
Very small. Like you'd have to really examine them to see them. Like before, you would have had to really like say I'm checking the bottom of them. So they're, you know, I don't even know, tiny. But there's just a bunch of them in each box.
There's a bunch of them each. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. There's nothing else she can do right now. Okay.
Okay. So at the end of the round, it's about 3 feet. So it's about 3 feet deep. Bungo.
okay. I just shout to everyone. You know, gather on me. I'm gonna make a tiny hut for us. And remember, you can't cast if you can't speak it. So remember when I was drowning. I'm gonna cast tiny hut,
Okay.
Liam's tiny hut, to try to create a bubble of life
So
for
your
us.
bubble will cover quite a few of those boxes, though, regardless of where you put it. So some of those boxes are still going to be in your hut.
Will it? Oh, wait.
Up.
You devil. It's a 10-foot range.
Yeah. That's 20 foot from wherever you're at. So yeah, I would say
Can I just
3
do it
to
outside
5
the
of them.
room? Can I just do it outside the room?
No, your
Uh,
spell has to be able to fit wherever you cast it, unless
okay,
it says it can
so
be smaller.
I mean, I wouldn't cast it then because I'd realize that it's just gonna, unless we can't climb on top of the hut.
Even then.
All right. Can we? Is there? Can I investigate? I think I have a little bit of time, like between the ceiling and I can swim, right? So I'll be able to like swim up and cast for a couple more rounds before I drown. Correctly?
Yeah, for a couple more rounds, you should be able to cast. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I investigate the glyph at all to see if there's
Yeah,
any
give me an
way?
You can see it because he pointed it out. So give me an Arcana check.
Okay. This is gotta be a real dice. I don't want to D&D Beyond on this one. Should have gone D&D Beyond 6.
Yeah, you're not even. You have no clue what it is. Like how to.
All right. So that's my action. Bonus action. I'm going to inspire myself.
Okay, you got this, Bongo. Keep your shit together. You got this.
Exactly.
You got PTSD from the force cage with this
Oh my
water.
god.
Yep.
And I will take a step. Well, I'll just stay where I am. I mean, there's no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ren, I guess, can try to. You see if he can figure out some way to, I don't think. I wish we could at least find out if he does. Anyone have access to his? I would be curious to see if he has Arcana as a actual thing.
Might actually.
I know he
Yeah,
has
give me a
reliable
minute.
talent for things, so
Hold on. Fuck. Come on. I should have pulled this sheet up before. My bad.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now with the 1.
You're muted there, Bones. I don't know.
Would you? But his passives and
Yeah, even with his reliable talent, I don't think he's gonna, unless
Yeah.
he's got like +10 to it or
Ren.
something.
I have his sheet up. Skills. He's not trained in Arcana.
Okay. He just is like, yeah, he's not sure what's gonna happen. If he knows, like, if you touch the door, in without disarming it, then something's gonna happen.
All right.
Okay. Usk.
Alright. You said there's a pill in the middle room with some tools on it that are.
Correct.
In the initial investigation I did I investigate that pillar?
So it was like a table over here with those stone cuttings, but everything's like almost rotted completely. It's all like.
That costs I've already tried a room, so I can't do that again. That's his I'll go over to one of these stone boxes.
Okay.
I'll see the holes where the water's coming out of.
Well, so water now that it's actually at the top. The water is at the top of the boxes now because they're about 3 foot tall. So
Yeah.
you really can't see the holes anymore. You just see like bubbling kind of as it's.
This is probably going to be a bad idea. I reach in, try and have my hand over where most of the. I'm guessing where most of the holes for water's coming out of.
So it's 8 foot long by 3 foot wide, and there's holes all along the bottom. So you can cover a small part of it.
Yeah, that's how I try and cover as much as I can with this. I'm going to Ray of Frost, see if we can freeze it.
Yeah, with the
try and
moving
stop
water,
the
like it
water.
starts to freeze a little bit, but it's just not, it's not gonna be able to freeze. It freezes it for a little bit, but the moving water, it doesn't substantially slow down the water. Something like Autoluke's freezing sphere, on the other hand, might do it, but.
Why can't I have this kind of intelligence in normal?
Anything else? Bonus action?
I don't really have any bonus actions. I haven't really moved.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna have to have another look around the room, I guess.
Okay.
See if I spot anything
Bones?
I missed.
You can do that the next round. You need to use
Yeah.
your action. Bones, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Memnock and catch up on their situation.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, back up from the door, both of you. And I probably have to ready my action for this. So I'm gonna ready my action that once they're both away from the door, I'm gonna have Memnock go and try and just tear at the sigil. Or
What do you mean you
the
have to ready their action? Oh, for when
Because-
they move away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
because it's Memnock, it's not me. So I have to,
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I'll ready my action for that. Bonus action.
Oh yeah, you can't move it. Yeah, we gotta wait until it's your turn. Yeah, that's my fault.
I mean, I was to the side of the door anyways, because
You were. Actually, you were. Yeah, you were. I forgot about that. Yeah, so you're readying your action. I'm assuming at the end of your.
Yeah,
actually,
I don't
guess you could have a bonus action.
don't have a good bonus action right now. So
Hey.
I will move myself though away from the door, so I'm not on the other side of it, and I'll tell Usk, get out the way.
No, Gideon.
I'm fucking. I'll move another 5 feet away, and then I'm gonna hold my action to run in the room if anything happens.
You can do that. You can either move with the held action and do something. So that is something you can do. Alana, what is everybody's passive perception?
16.
Same.
10.
Bungo?
18.
Jeff is Ren is a 27.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a
Ridiculous.
14.
Alana, your turn.
So she is gonna move over here.
Okay.
And cast detect magic and look at the sigil on the door.
Yeah. So it definitely glows. The door itself glows and the sigil glows. 1 second. I believe it's going to be. Let me make sure I know the exact schools of magic for you. So the glyph glows. Come on now. Evocation. The door itself glows. Jeez. Come on now. Abjuration.
I relayed that to Bones because it looks like he's preparing himself.
Okay.
As a bonus, I'm gonna go into dread form so that I am 9 feet tall instead of my 5'6".
Okay.
And that's it.
Good thinking.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's at 6 foot. So Bungo, what are you doing? You're either swimming or
Bones is floating.
anybody who's under 6 foot is either going to be swimming or got something else. But
Yeah, I use my movement to tread water. Right?
Okay.
Is that
yeah, you
adequate?
can do that. Yeah.
And I have. I'm guessing I have one more turn, at least one more turn before I'll be able to cast next turn. I just want to know when's my last turn for casting. Before it. Okay.
Well, you could get on your really tall friend right
Have
now.
to
if you
ask for
really
an
wanted
update at
to.
the beginning of every turn.
Scamper up you. It's on your shoulder.
I'll be that big for a minute.
Okay, I scamper. I'll scamper up Alana.
Nice.
Oh,
It's
God.
a little creepy, but you know.
I lost my train of thought here. What I was gonna do.
I feel like there's got to be something in the room.
Oh, I'm gonna do. Sorry, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do another Arcana check to figure out how to disarm this thing or whatever.
So you've already done it, so you just don't know. That's like
I can't do it in subsequent.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless you maybe a long rest or something. I might.
No, you're not getting a long rest now. And I'm going to rely on that Bones is going to blow this thing up. So I will. I'm going to inspire Bones because I think he's the only one that's not inspired here, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And for my action, I will. I am going to use my mandolin and play a little tune to cast levitate on who's left in here on Usk.
Nice.
So yeah, you basically for up to 10. Well, shit. No, I'm not going to do that because then I drop concentration on bless with the ability checks.
That's true.
Damn it. I'm going to go ahead and use the mandolin to cast Cure Wounds on Usk. At it's at first level, it looks like. So there you go. You get a D8. Sorry, 3D8 plus 3. So I'll do that, and then I'll drop that in chat, and you guys can go on to the next person.
Okay, Ren moves out of the way. It's now Kieran's turn. And then it's, well, no, because you said you
As
wanted
soon
him to
as,
move out of the way. Yeah,
as soon
and
as
so
Ren
after he
moves,
moves, your thing will go off, yeah.
Memnock is just gonna tear at the door.
Oh, so, yeah, because he wouldn't know Usk is over there. Well, you would, but you told Usk to get out of the way, so that's not part of it. You just wanted Ren to get out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
well,
fine. I just want to make sure. And granted, I mean, unless you told him, Memnock wouldn't know what's happening. And it's not like it has to at least happen on one of your turns or something.
Yeah.
It's not like
yeah.
you can
So
just
he'll
communicate.
just go. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I told him to do. So.
Okay. So what's he doing?
Yeah, he's just gonna start tearing and like clawing at the rune. I'm basically trying
As
to
soon as he
trigger it.
claws at it, there's a flash of light, and
Yeah.
this cage made out of force appears around basically.
Okay.
Bam. And it's actually pushed up against the wall here, so he can't touch the wall anymore. We won't allow him to reach through. But you guys see on your side the the glyph disappeared.
But now we can't see Memnock?
No, you can like opaque through the block,
But there's no way to get to the door.
No.
Yeah.
On their side or on either side?
Right.
Yep. On their
Wait,
side,
which
he's in a
one?
force cage, but it's gone from our side.
Correct.
Can they move? Is it movable? Do we know that from the last one? Like it's
What?
a cage, but like can it be pushed
No.
around?
No.
No, it's stuck in its.
Yep. And in the word
space.
cage, it can actually be a sphere or enclosed.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
to name the spell. So, no, it's a very like if I could cast 7th level spells as a wizard, that's one of the first spells I'm
Yeah.
fucking getting is force cage.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So now that went when he did that. So that's
Yeah.
Memnock's turn, and now it's Usk's turn.
So it's just gonna be a damage spell.
All right. Remember, you guys are blessed and inspired for your ability checks, whatever you do.
I didn't do it. That's not
You're-
gone.
That thing you're talking about. I'm not.
So the glyph on the door is completely gone now.
Right, but it's still magical.
There's still
from the
magic.
other-
There's still
So-
abjuration magic.
So
on
is
it.
the
Yeah.
door gone now? Is that what I just said?
No,
No. Okay.
so
Sorry,
the
I was
sigil
like,
that was on it is gone. The glyph is
Yeah.
gone, but it still has abjuration magic on the door. For whatever that spell is.
So there's now nothing on the door I could try and to disarm again.
Other than
Magic
what the
was.
spell is on the door.
Yeah. But I don't have dispel magic because I'm a dumbass and didn't pick it up. I'm still pissed about that.
And Bungo's out of his dispels.
I'll just look over to Bones real quick. You got a plan? Got anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Is there anything on the ceiling?
That was gonna be my next ask.
You
Anything
don't
on the
s-
ceiling?
No, you don't see anything above you.
Is there anything? Nothing above the door behind me? Nothing.
Behind the what?
The door that we came through. Is there
Oh,
anything
no.
above it or?
Nope.
That's gone now. Christ. I really don't want to do that because we're in water. That'd be really bad. Fuck, I'm stumped.
Move on.
I'll
got them?
I'll just swim round to fucking Bones' side and hold my action to help him with something if he does something.
Bones, you're up.
Um, can I
Just
still
gotta
reach the door?
in this room.
Yeah. I mean, you're like barely keeping up above it and you're running into boxes.
I just want to get an overview of the door. Just I'm looking for anything
Yeah, give me a
anything that
perception.
seems like it could
Or
open it
investigation, your choice.
or
Yeah,
you know.
investigation is probably better.
Okay. I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
With my
So I'd say, it's-
yeah, and
Would
I'll
I
have
be helping?
advantage because he was helping.
He has to use that action on his turn. You have to say
I
I'm
think
going to use.
that's
Oh, is that what
I
you said?
said.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
said
an
I'll
advantage, yep.
help Bones with whatever he's
Yes,
got
yep.
planned next.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, all right. So advantage then. I'll get the D4. Glad I had advantage. That was a nat one. Okay. Not bad. The D4. D4.
Before Destiny.
Is that
Okay.
blessed? Yeah, blessed and
Oh.
inspiration. Remember,
Plus 2 and inspiration. So 14.
as a D8 inspiration if you use it.
It's bless is just for an attack roll or saving throw.
Right.
Oh, you're right. So 22 without the bless.
Yeah, you don't see you don't see anything. It's just a solid door.
I push on it. Is it unlocked now?
Nope.
He's got us.
Got a
This
bonus
is how
action?
you guys end. Oh, you're gonna
Nope.
drown.
All right, Gideon, you're up.
All right,
Unless you wanna
fuck this
move,
shit,
Bones.
man. I'm pissed off.
But it is
I got
it is difficult terrain in there now, unless you're 9 foot tall.
I'm irritated. There's literally nothing valuable I can do. I'm casting Booming Blade on my mace and just hitting this wall as hard as I can,
You
repeatedly.
just boom sound
Yeah.
as it bounces off of it. But yeah,
Yep.
you're going at it in a furious
I
way.
don't have anything. I
I could see it like panic setting in.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
all your
fucking.
strength.
The door is blocked by the force cage,
Yep.
so we can't fucking do anything from the outside. I'm just.
Alana, you're up.
Yeah. I don't have anything crazy, but what I can do is, and unfortunately my small friend is along for the ride, I go up to the door.
Okay.
And I take my blade out, Shadow Spawn.
Okay.
And I take it and I press it against the door and I start praying.
Okay.
I reach out to him.
He's saying her goodbyes.
Okay.
And I apologize to ask of him again.
You don't hear anything back. Okay. It's 9 feet tall now, so it's right up at your unless you got a bonus action, but like I'll say it's not above your head yet, Alana, but you're like right here.
Yeah.
Everybody else is either swimming or
no, I have nothing else for a bonus action.
okay, Bungo.
I'd love to take a break.
Bet. Oh no, we're not gonna break right now. This is the
No,
Muncie. Come
I
on.
know, I
Drown
know.
first.
Oh Christ. Okay. So how tall is the ceiling again? It's like 20 feet.
12
You
feet.
said
12.
12 feet,
You got 3 feet left.
and it's going.
By the end
6
of this round, it's gonna fill the room.
Okay, I am casting polymorph on myself.
Okay.
And I am turning into a bullywug, which can, well, assuming a bullywug can breathe and talk underwater and speaks common and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It has a weak ass challenge rating, like
Yep.
a quarter, whatever. So I'm on a lot of shoulder. Transform as Jack Toad.
That was a perfect sound.
And I will move.
It can only be a beast, so you can't turn into a bullywog, who is a humanoid. So it has to be a beast of some sort, which is an animal or a.
So would a merfolk be?
I don't think so.
I mean, you can turn into like some aquatic beast, right?
Yeah, like a octopus or a. Let's see, merfolk is a. I don't know. I don't even know if merfolk is in. Yeah, right there. Aquatic humanoid. No, it's not a beast.
Well, that. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna. I'm polymorphing into something that can breathe underwater and preferably speak underwater. But I had.
Here, I can
those
tell you
two-
exactly what you can turn it into, or quite a few of them here. So
Okay, I had those two in my head.
it has to be something you've seen. So I mean, I'll assume you've seen a lot of things, unless it's, and you can turn into a CR what that has to match your level.
A what? What was that?
So you can turn into like a shark, a whale, a dolphin, octopus, giant toad. I don't know if they can breathe in the water or not, but yeah, they can breathe. The giant toad can breathe underwater.
I might go with. I've seen octopuses sneak through some stuff, man. They're probably pretty. Oh my god, they're so dumb.
I think you keep your intelligence, or maybe not actually. I guess I need to look.
I'm not sure if that's polymorph. Wild shape, you keep your instance.
Right, yeah.
Polymorph, you get.
I think you.
The new form
Keeps
can a beast whose
some-
challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced. Yep. So you'll have the same mental abilities. Like shape change, like a 9th level spell, shape change is a different one where you can actually turn into a dragon and have all stats of all that stuff. What's going on? Time's running out. Got to make a decision.
Where's my bullywug? Shit. Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna turn into an octopus, I guess. And I'm gonna go to the float to the bottom here and start. I want to look around and see if I can find some mechanism, some
Okay.
thing
What were you
that
looking
will
at?
help my friends get out of the door.
So move your character wherever you're moving and tell me where you're searching and
Okay.
what you're searching.
Pop in the drain plug.
What's that? Go for the drain. Yeah.
Turned into adult. Well, I guess you wouldn't have had hands then. Never mind. Or like.
Yeah, that's why I did the octopus. So I got hands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and we've already investigated the boxes, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, some of the boxes, yeah, and like
Not
yes,
one
I
or
guess.
two of them.
I'm gonna swim to this far corner and investigate boxes. I'm gonna investigate the boxes to see if I can find like some shut off or drain or something like
Yeah,
that.
as you kind of swim around, you don't. There's nothing that out of the ordinary out of these boxes.
Okay.
I mean, there's no hidden. You can just. I mean, you can tell they're solid stone. Okay, we'll go to Jeff or whatever. His Ren, he can't do anything, to be honest. I don't think there's a damn thing he can do. He can't get through the force cage. He doesn't have any ability to dispel it. Unless you can see if he has a magic item, I don't know, but I don't think he does. That's gonna to do anything. Let me know. We'll skip him for now, but
Try and attack it with the sun sword.
oh, he can't. Okay, yeah, he can whack it, but it's not gonna.
I mean, yeah.
He wouldn't know that, I guess, but he could try that. But Kieran,
Well, we're soon going to be underwater, so I might as well do this now. As being part of this folk, I can hold my breath for 15 minutes. So I'm going to dive down.
Okay.
And so initially there was water coming out of every single one of these boxes. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to swim over to the table that had the tools on and stuff. Is there anything in that area? Or not to investigate?
you don't see anything.
So that was how much of my movement. Let's see. Well, I've only got 15 foot, so.
The tables are barely holding. Like you guys can, like they're just almost about to collapse. Remember, they're rotted. Actually, as the water fills up, they do just everything just kind of breaks
They're
apart.
Probably
To be
just
honest,
broken up, right?
yeah.
There's nothing underneath it, or
Nope, you don't see anything underneath it. Any bonus action you want to use?
bonus action dash. So I get to move some
Okay.
more. Over to one. Over to it.
Bones.
And initially where the head was, there's nothing
Yeah.
there.
It's a way over. You can't see. You're not close enough.
That's what I'm swimming.
Bones.
This is the last round we can cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless we have. So I'm gonna cast blink on myself.
Okay.
Lasts for a
So
minute.
roll- You got to roll to see if you go into
Yeah, I do.
at the end, I think, of your turn.
Yeah. Only have 15 feet of movement, right?
Yep.
I guess I'll stay there. I'll just cast blink on myself. I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
So yeah, let me see. I have to.
Like 11 or higher. You got to. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly.
It's 11 or higher. No, I don't. Don't disappear.
Gideon.
Rinse,
I
wash,
hear you.
repeat. I'm fucking
Alana.
still swinging a mace. Thunder damage.
She's gonna take a breath, and she's gonna just push off from the ceiling and go down.
Anything else?
Yeah. Look for something. Or...
Nope, she's just gonna go away from the door, and she's just gonna sit in the water
Wait.
and wait.
Okay, the room is filled now. Bungo.
Bungo is going to swim over to where the head was behind the curtain, because when we lifted the head up, something triggered, and the door
Yeah.
slims. So I'm going to inspect.
So you're checking the ground over there by where the head was, laying on the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing over there.
Okay.
I can't talk.
That was my action.
Okay. Ren,
I- And I can't talk, right? Because no one else speaks octopus.
yep, and Ren can't do anything. So Kieran.
So, if I remember correctly, as I thought, this all didn't start happening until the tapestry got moved. The tapestry is attached to the ceiling on a chain.
It's attached to an iron bar. Yeah.
Iron bar. I'll swim up and investigate the bar where it's attached.
Yeah. Give me
Is
an
anything-
investigation roll.
Come on. Investigation.
And you're
I am
inspired.
going to use my inspiration. thank fuck, because that was a 5, and the other one's 13 plus 7, so 30, 20.
Yeah, as you examine the bar, you see where it goes into the wall. There's a small hole where it looks like there's some sort of mechanism, almost like it could be picked, the lock pick.
We're gonna live.
I've
Mm,
already used my action for the turn, so, I can't really speak, but I guess I can kind of make gestures, so kind
Yeah,
of
I think you could probably be like, yeah, and they all kind of
Up,
get
up.
the idea. Okay. Bones?
I'm gonna use my action and dash over to where Usk is.
Yep.
And I
So
have
he would
thieves'
actually,
tool.
yeah, he'd be closer actually.
I'll
He'd
be
be like,
like in the corner.
yeah,
somewhere, wouldn't
yeah, close to the wall basically, actually. But you can get there.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'll, yeah, because it was
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah.
yeah, okay. So I have thieves' tools, so I'll pull them out.
Okay.
I already used my action, right? So I can't guide myself.
You can't even pick it without an action.
Oh, you're right. Duh. I just so yeah, I'm there. I'm there. That's my turn.
Roll your d20.
Yeah. I don't disappear.
Gideon, anything?
Whack! 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 Whack!
Anything?
He's sweaty. He's like just drenched in sweat now.
She will use her harness divine power to get a spell slot back.
Okay.
That's it.
On go.
Did the octopus try to pick?
I suppose it's at a disadvantage for sure.
And if I attempt to pick it and screw it up, does that?
Not necessarily. I mean, unless you
It
really
won't mess
screw it
up
up.
for those guys. It's just my octopus attempt.
Yeah, more than likely, unless something terrible goes wrong.
Mhm.
Right. And but okay. So I'll float up to the
You know, like all the Jesus, get away from me! You like this guy.
I guess I would take the little. Do I need
Okay.
a lockpick or can I just put my tentacle in there?
No, you need the lockpick or something that's similar to it. Yeah,
Does someone want to hand? Can someone hand me a lockpick?
yeah. You can take it from him if he uses his reaction to give it to you. Like let you take it.
Let's roll the dice.
Go for it. Disadvantage. So it's thieves' tools. Or if you're proficient in it, then you get to add your proficiency bonus. If not, it's a D20 plus your dex.
I am proficient in thieves' tools.
Then it's then you get your dex and your
Oh, we should just let you do it. You're better
The octopus dex.
yes.
It's probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's 15. And
It's better than me too. Holy shit.
okay, so D20.
Disadvantage.
This octopus is better at picking locks than Bones
Two
is.
D20s. Oh yeah, baby! There's a 17 and a 19 on die.
Oh.
So the dex, that would be a 19 and a 21 plus. Sorry. So 19 plus the you said the proficiency.
See,
You guys hear? You don't hear anything. You just
23.
you're moving things around, and all of a sudden there's like a little air bubble that goes bloop, and you just hear, and the water starts to pour down slowly as you guys. Whoever's not breathing under, as the water takes a few minutes, but it finally recedes all the way.
I just start hugging the octopus.
The door, it just slips out. No, the force cage disappears and the door swings open.
Some
I'll take it upstairs.
Those two look in, they just see me hugging this octopus.
the
I do
octopus.
not drop form. I'm staying in.
Where's
hold
Bongo?
it for 30
Floating in
minutes.
the water, like glitching between the ethereal plane.
So yeah, actually, I would imagine during that minute though, at some point you would have, and you were blocked. You were unable to go to the ethereal plane, just like the teleportation's blocked. You figure that out throughout your thing. So we'll take our break there. Nobody's gonna check the tapestry that whole time, or the bar.
Good
the
job.
tapestry?
Good
Yeah, well,
job.
it seemed so like it's just the bar.
That was
We're
I
gonna
hate
play
that it
intense.
came to
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind
I-
right at the end.
It's good.
I know, yeah, you're right.
don't like
And you're right. It
being
wasn't when you
on
touched the head.
outside
It's when
of
you
this.
touched the, it's when
Yeah.
you touched the tapestry, which I think threw you guys off a little bit at the beginning, thinking it was when you touched that. So we'll take our break.
All right, let's
Dude.
go to break. I just want to say, I Vocals 2 up. Boo 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 boo. Cameras are live. There we go. All right.
Are we back? Yeah. What are you guys doing? You have the cat's head. Survived being
The octopus.
the octopus is.
We're pretty beat up.
Octopus can't breathe outside of water.
I know. For 30 minutes, I can hold my breath. Though.
Yeah.
I'm not dropping.
You're not dropping it.
Carry me, Vinny.
Alana shrinks back down to her normal self.
I now have an octopus hat.
I'll pick up
Sense in
I'll
your
pick up
lizard.
the cat. Like I'll once the force cage drops and we see our friends and I understand kind of what's going on, I'll just lift it up and 200 pounds. I got 20 strength.
Oh,
What the fuck happened?
you'd think
Off
this
with all the
place in the
water.
desert. Yeah, right. The waters.
And actually, I don't think I ever made the argument that you couldn't go through the. Sorry, you couldn't do it because you can't go to the ethereal plane in this place. It had nothing to do with. We never even brought
Yeah.
that up. I don't think I ever
Yeah.
said you couldn't. Like you
Well,
never
did
said.
You did
No,
before the break.
I think I did. I asked if I could use it to go through walls, and you were like, "No."
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No,
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
did.
rewatch
Yeah,
it. We'll watch it.
Yeah,
Video.
Not here though.
No.
Not here because it's teleporting.
No, not here. No, it's totally out of the. I was just curious on a
Yeah,
rules.
well, I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Not
no, I
here.
don't
It's
think that
totally
happened. Yeah.
unapplicable here.
I think you
No, yeah,
remember
I
you
did
were
ask.
like, I said during that time you would have realized you couldn't go through it. That's what I brought up to you, and then that was the end of the conversation about it. Sorry. I think.
maybe,
well,
maybe I just thought it and like.
yeah, I think
I
you thought
think
it, and then
I-
you were
I
like,
think I-
no,
I think I
you're
did
trying to
ask.
prove me wrong on a rule that that I didn't even.
I did
That's
ask.
hilarious.
I need to ask it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
we'll have
that.
to double
But I
check.
think
We'll
I
have to
did
double
ask it.
check.
I think it did.
That's
Okay,
fine.
anyway.
What are you guys doing? Sorry, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Where's Bungo?
I'll just point to the octopus.
I'm just like taking my tentacles and like sucking them like plop, 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 like a fidget. Like just popping them off one by one, putting them back on his frill.
He turned into an octopus.
You're the color of Usk. You kind of
Yeah.
chameleon.
All right, I'm gonna look at all
Mad.
these jokesters, and then I'm gonna look at Alana. What happened?
The room filled with water. We were gonna drown.
Ugh.
She's like panting, and soaked.
Yeah.
I'll give her a dry shirt to wipe herself down with.
Thanks. I don't really need it, but thank you. Yeah, and then Usk found a little latch sensor or whatever thing in the wall, and we picked it, and then it drained the water.
She,
Oh my gosh.
I'll use
Alright, well.
prestidigitation and dry us off.
I'll grab the statue. Where are we taking this? Back to the main room?
Yep.
All right.
I reach
Alright.
over to Gideon. I want to crawl over to Gideon, my octopus.
I dry out the octopus too.
Ugh.
You're like a dry, like limp.
Gideon, you let me crawl on you? Can I crawl on Gideon?
You can, yeah. If you
You
want.
know, like the
Yeah.
guy that doesn't like cats, but a cat likes the guy.
Your suction cups don't stick.
And
to
you
your
know,
nose.
he
Ren
just
would pick you up.
kind
Carl.
of-
Ren would pick you up.
Ren would pick you up.
Ren would pick you up.
Fine. If Gideon doesn't want me, I'll go to Ren.
I won't deny it. I'm just saying
Okay, then
it's.
I'm on your shoulder. I'm on your
It's
shoulder.
about 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes, I'd say, as you guys dried yourself off and walked to the room. I moved you guys over there. So that's where you said you were going. And they are in front of the statue that they represent, but you haven't actually put them on there yet.
I'm gonna drop form, but before I do, I'm gonna release my ink cloud all over Gideon's shoulder.
How high up are the like heads of these statues? Can we just like put them up there, or are we gonna have to like fly them up somehow?
They're pretty tall. I would say they're probably like 9 feet tall. So who's the tallest? If somebody was like
Gideon.
6 foot,
Yeah.
6'2" maybe. You
I'm,
could do it
I'm
if you're 6
around
foot and
6.
strong. You could probably be like, yeah.
I'll have a Memnock tie a rope around them and like pull just to help, even though it's nothing.
It's like Gideon's like, all right,
Yeah, yeah.
doing all the work. No, I mean, Memnock is strong enough, I think, to pick one up and fly with it. I mean, he'd be like, but you guys are able to, if you want to put them up there.
He says that word, that phrase, if you want.
Now that I'm back to my luscious, amazing halfling form, just want to say, guys, we got pretty beat up here through the course of this. Um, do before, presumably, when we put the heads on these creatures, this well is going to open, or we'll figure out something about how to open this well. We don't know what's going to come out of it. We don't know if we have to go down it or whatnot, but we can be sure there's more fights ahead. How's everyone looking before going into the next fight? My spells are essentially tapped out. You as well, Bone?
I'm nearly there.
And I did heal you a bunch, but you're still pretty beat up, I'm guessing.
I'm doing great on health now. It's
Okay.
I'm close to drained on magic.
If we get into another situation, we don't really have the magic to get out of it.
I also have lost a couple of important items. I could use some time to reacquaint myself with some
Is
different
this
ones.
the place that we want to take time? The last time we took time, we lost our chance at our weapons. We've been making a racket around here.
It's
I
pretty-
wasn't also in that room with you guys. So, I mean, I can keep an eye out if you want. If you guys want to try to rest.
I think that if we stop for a fair bit of time. I don't know if we're racing against anything at this point. Like, it feels like our weapons are where they are, and if we find them, we're gonna find them.
Just playing
Yeah,
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
You're not necessarily wrong, Gideon. But if we continue on, it might mean certain death. Whereas if we stop now, it's only a risk.
I would prefer to head into whatever behests us going forwards at full power, but I don't know about the rest of you, but I'd need a considerable amount of time to
Me as well.
recharge my juice.
we could put up a tiny hut, and I could like dump spells into folks to heal them as much as we can before we rest, so you don't have to use up hit dice and stuff. But well, that doesn't matter anyways.
Doesn't matter for a long rest.
Yeah.
I guess
How many spells that last more than 8 hours, though?
you guys are more than me, so more wise than I am. I can keep some watches out.
I wouldn't say that. We're just wise in different areas.
Sure, whatever that means. Yeah.
I'm book smart, you're more streetwise.
Are you
All in
streetwise?
favor.
I would long rest just because it feels like you said that the risk of something coming along versus the certainty of getting into the next situation with only a couple spell slots.
And people not 100%. And
I think
minimal spell slots to bring them back up if they go down.
we are running a risk of them ditching, selling, destroying our things for religious ritual's sake. But I know what the rest of you are saying. We all need a bit of rest.
I don't think they'll be destroyed. I think they would be distributed.
How about I do have this scroll that we obtained before. Might be a waste of it, but the scroll of augury. We could say whether or not, like, what the best course of action is to long rest, or
They could.
I mean, it's probably not the best use of it, but I don't know when we'll use it again.
It's a good use.
Any insight will help us.
I think so.
You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action
Yep,
that you
I'm
plan
looking
to
at it
take
right
next 30 minutes. And then the DM chooses.
Call out to Oathmaker.
now. Heal or woe.
Yeah.
Wait, what do those mean? Because I never remember.
Good and bad.
Yeah,
Wheel
but
Heal is
which one's
good,
which?
woe is bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
There's
Just
also
for-
you could also get nothing. You could also get both, but
depends
if
on.
there is a clear answer, then or a somewhat clear answer. I mean, it's just yeah. I mean, it's. I guess.
Yep.
I mean, we could use it in some future thing
I
of
think
like,
it's a good
hey,
use.
should we pull the lever and like figure it
I
out,
can
which might be
I
a
do
better.
still have that leather back there.
obtain this spell.
You could later get the like if I gave you the scroll, you could learn
No,
it
no, not like that.
later
but
on.
I think I
No,
can
but it
control
does have to be on a caster's spell list. So if you don't have augury on a bard spell list, then you can't cast from that scroll. That's an example of a rule that is actually the rule.
Yeah, no, I was
Right.
saying Bones. Bones was saying.
Yeah,
he
Bones
get it.
could though, for sure, because it's on
Oh.
his list. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
check. Let me double check.
Or I don't know, maybe the paladin has augury. I could see that being
Possible.
yeah, and maybe I don't know actually the wizard. I mean the wizards have the biggest spell list, but augury's more of a clerical spell, but they might. It's a second
you
level
want-
spell.
Bones, did you want the staff of the python, by the way, that I had offered up to you when you lost your hand?
Maybe. I'll let you know.
Because I can't use it.
I thought we offered that to Usk.
We did.
I
but
did
he
take
didn't
it,
want it.
He didn't
You
take
can't.
it.
Yeah, he didn't take it. Yeah.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wizards can learn it.
Okay, well so somebody could cast it from the scroll though if you wanted to.
I technically I think could also cast it because I'm a divine soul sorcerer, so I have access to the cleric spell list
Yep.
and the sorcerer spell list, so I could cast it as well.
In this specific instance, though, do we want to burn the scroll to say should we long rest or not? Like,
Do we
I
feel
wonder-
uneasy about taking a long rest, or does everyone feel like we're gonna be okay?
I feel uneasy about it. I want to get the fuck out of here.
If you had an otherworldly being tell you it was an okay idea, would that ease you?
I'm not sure how I really feel about otherworldly beings right now. Not to be sarcastic, but I understand that I wasn't in the situation that you guys were. So, if you want a long rest, I'm behind you. I'm saying I'll watch. But do I think that it's necessarily a good idea? Absolutely not.
You should rest as well, Gideon.
have to recover your strength.
Yeah.
I've messed you. Human.
I'm-
Get exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, I won't push myself that hard, but Ren and I can do some swaps on a watch if needed, so you guys can really rest. Cat naps.
We can each take our own watch. That way, everyone can sleep.
All right.
I'll put my skeletal hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
We can all help out.
So what'd you guys land on?
Yeah,
I
guys.
think we're taking rest.
How
I
Save
let's
the scroll.
just. I would just say take the long rest without the scroll.
Yeah, I agree.
okay.
Anyone else? What's your votes? It's a democracy.
Yes, take a rest.
Without the scroll.
So we got who's saying yes?
Bones. Think. I'll go.
Bungo
It's
and
2.5.
I,
Flash, what do you
I
say?
need it. My character needs a button game. Yeah, yeah.
She'll go along with it, but restate that we're risking losing our things.
Let's use the scroll. Let's just use the scroll then.
If it'll work.
Yeah. I mean, let's burn the scroll. And
Wait, what do
Bones,
we want to ask?
you want to do this and see if
Sure.
like we risk, losing our things or not, or like what the outcome will be.
So
We-
let me read the spell to be sure about how I have to ask this question.
you don't really. It's not your. It's not anything you have to like. It's not like a wish or anything.
I know.
Really. It doesn't even.
understand.
Yeah, you just. I will not. I'll take your best in meaning of like. Is it a good
So is it
idea?
just like a
Is it
sentence?
safe to
Yeah.
take a long
Is it a
rest?
safe
And
idea in? Well, I kind of want to ask.
again, you can't. Yeah, it's got to be kind
it
of
can't
like.
be
Is,
two things.
is it a
right?
good idea? Yeah. Is it a good idea
Yeah.
to rest or? Yeah. Is it in our best interest to take a rest? Is it something that can just be a yes or no question? Simple, but can still give you good information. I don't want it to feel like it will
No,
be
no.
good information, but I assumed you were asking kind of is it our best option to take a long rest
Yeah, that's
or to
what I'm
rest?
trying to-
You guys wouldn't word it that way, but is it our
Yeah,
best option
of the situation we're in.
to
is it
take
the best
time
course
to
of
fully
action?
recuperate?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I'll cast it and
Awesome.
your hand erupts in a black flame like Alana's sword, as you kind of feel this, understanding, and actually kind of hear that kind of cackle in the back of your head, as you feel very wheel,
Good.
strong wheel.
okay. Our employer, and I'll sort of wink at my burning hand as like the spell finishes and it sort of fades away. He says it's a good idea that we take a rest.
All right. I'll ritual cast a hut for us then, so that we can all tuck in and lick our wounds.
Well, while he goes and does that, I'm going to just outside of the hut, real quick. You see us pull out a little silver whistle, a piece of bone and a thread all in a bundle tied all together. Give it a blow, and I cast Faithful Hound.
Ooh, okay.
So I conjure a phantom watchdog in an occupied area I can see within range, but it remains for the duration, which is 8 hours. It will until I dismiss it, or until I move more than 100 feet away. The hound is invisible to all creatures except me, and can't be harmed. When a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it without speaking the password that you specifically you tell it when you cast the spell, the dog starts barking loudly. The hound can see.
Mayonnaise.
The hound sees invisible and can seem to be ethereal, plain, and ignores illusions.
That is sick.
That was really cool.
I had
I've
a
been saving on to that.
character idea that needs that exact spell. Sorry. What level spell is that?
Yeah, you guys.
So
The-
that's kind of just sat
Yep.
outside White Garden.
Okay.
The password is
Mayonnaise.
why is it water?
Okay.
I know. I'll tell everyone like if you gotta leave this area at any point. Just mention this. You won't get attacked. Oh, you gotta see fucking nothing, Kelvin. You just saw me blow a whistle and
And nothing. Okay.
You
I'll
guys,
go back into hut and rest.
spend a few hours getting, resting up and starting, taking first watch. It's hard to, get to sleep at first, but you're, it's eerily uneventful. You guys don't see a rat. You don't see hear anything, see anything, except you can hear your own breathing as you guys take a rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
hallelujah.
yeah,
Spell
that
slots.
was my last fourth slap.
I had 1/3 level left.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel better.
Me too. I make sure Gideon rested, right? Everyone, make sure
everybody got along.
Gideon.
I wasn't trying to exhaust myself, but
No, I know,
there
Bones
are
was
ways
just concerned.
around it. Yeah, I feel great. I feel about as great as I did before we did this. Can we get on with it? I miss
So,
the comfortable burn of languish in my hands. Well, this mace is nice. Something about that weapon that speaks my language.
Everyone's spread out when we put these heads on. We don't need to be balled up and killed in a god of flame.
All right. Tell me when to start
As you
lifting.
guys put the last head on, they fit, right on. And as you do, the top of that lid just slides off, slams to the side.
Bongo rushes up and looks over the edge.
As you peer down, it gets dark, but not like the void type darkness. It just you can see down with your light, but as it goes down, as you guys kind of look down with the lantern, about 15 feet down, there's kind of a shimmer along the top of it.
Or water.
Almost like water, but it's not. Like at first you think it's water, then you're not sure what it is. It's almost like a
Oh,
ripple of air, almost, or shit.
All right. I'm going.
Joe-
I'm go-
during my long rest, I'll be getting my familiar back.
I'm going to hold on. I'm going to do something because you guys need to back the fuck up. Just in case. I'm gonna just God, I got some kind of weapon here, right? Where's my actions? I have a hand axe. I'm going to cast light on my hand axe and just tie a rope to the butt of the hand axe and drop it down so we can see, maybe I'll pull Ren up with me and just
Yeah,
to
it goes
see
down
if
about-
there's like a depth to it.
You hit as soon as you hit what you think is water, it just kind of, there's a little flash of light, and the axe and the rope just disappeared. Like the whole rope that that it's attached to just disappears. That's as well as the hand axe. When I say disappears, not like when, the other thing didn't, like when you dipped your stuff in there, this went all the way up through the rope, and it didn't, you could see it flash. It almost looked like it disappeared.
yeah, not was destroyed.
Not necessarily, that nothingness of, annihilation,
Yeah, it's a
exactly.
different sort of gone.
Oh,
And looking
fuck.
down, it's almost like,
Lost a hand
I'll
axe.
pay down and it could just be some from teleportation.
Can I?
Can I
Yeah.
Arcana
Seems like
investigate it?
give me an Arcana check.
Oh, the fucking balance of work. Why didn't you use my...
Does it look anything
17.
like? Does it look anything like the mist that originally took us here?
No,
And that.
no, you would know that. Yeah, you would know
Yeah.
that. 17. It definitely looks like it's definitely magic. Yeah, more than likely, your best guess would maybe some sort of like teleportation, possibly. Though you can't say for sure with that, but you definitely, that's kind of what it reminds you of.
All right. What's our marching order going into this? You want me to go first?
We've always
on.
got one other option before we go.
Memnock.
Did the axe come back when you pulled it up, or was it just gone?
No, all the
Wait,
rope
actually, no.
disappeared as well.
I'm not gonna send Memnock in, because if it's
Oh,
a different lane,
let me do
it
it.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'll try. Since I got my familiar Mac, sorry, buddy. Got to test for waters again. No. Let him down.
He's reading. Uh-oh.
When it hits it, it just kind of stops it. It's like a barrier. It can kind of walk on top of it even. But you also know that your familiar is not actually a living creature. It is a spirit. Now, Memnock, on the other hand, we did discuss
Yeah.
through my own dumb world building, I created that he is a real creature because for whatever reason.
So I'll have Memnock go down. He's leave the snake down there. I'll have Memnock go down, and like go down just to where the snake is, like swimming around on this like film,
Kinda just-
right? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have him like scratch his toe into like where the ground would be.
Who, Memnock?
Yeah.
He vanishes.
Okay. If it's still on this plane of existence, I maintain a connection with him. If it's on a different plane of existence, then he's gone. So if it's a pocket dimension or
If it's a pocket dimension, but I don't know.
dimension, he's
This is a
gone.
very difficult. And that's from the pact of the, or whatever the
yeah,
pact
so
of the.
I'll read the ability to you.
Yeah. It just basically though means that if he's on the same plane as, the pocket
Yeah.
dimensions don't count.
So if he was in a pocket dimension, I would lose the connection.
Yes, no, you don't lose you lose the connection.
Okay.
He's in a 35 by 25 foot room, and there's a large door in the room, and that's it.
I can still see through him, so that's good.
He's alive? He didn't just like.
He's alive. He's in a room with a door.
Does he see the glowing axe in there?
Does he see
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
He looks behind him. Does he see anything?
No, it's just to enclose. There's no exit except for the one.
That's
the
good news,
one-
Gideon. You're gonna get your axe back.
All right, sweet.
Good news.
I'll hop over. I'll hop
Same
over the
issue.
well.
Oh,
Can he throw the axe back through? Can he come back through? There's a
Can
little
you
back
jump
through.
over?
there's no back through.
No, you see he's obliterated into nothing. No, I'm joking. As you hit, there's a kind of a flash, and you're looking through Memnock, and you see he appears in a flash in that room.
I'll speak through Memnock. Hey,
Shut up.
I think we're all coming through, but there's
Oh,
no way back
wait.
out of here.
It's Bones. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, hi.
I
imagine when
diving, and I want to
talking
see if
to
I can
my mouth,
hold as I
I'll be like
dive, as I hit
Over his
the
body.
film just before I go. Can I like grab onto my familiar to pull it through?
No. Well, because you can send it into. No, you couldn't do that.
Just-
I'd say you could send it into pocket dimension. You could just do that. Yeah, you could do it first,
Yeah,
but you
then
already jumped in, I
reappear it.
think. Yeah, you can do it. I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
No.
So you jump through. Okay.
I'm picking up my hand axe, putting it back on my body, and bundling up the rope.
Go on.
Sorry, I'm moving everybody over there. I was screwed up.
Yeah.
Or whoever's
I'll go.
going.
I'm a real boy.
That's not a door on the north. That's just a stupid map thing I didn't fix.
Yeah.
It's just the door to your right.
I'll jump in.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
And
I'm
I'll
moving
I'll
everybody.
drag. I'll like grab Bungo and Alana, and I'll jump in and like try and
Ah!
drag
Oh, fucking water.
them with me.
Flash.
Yeah, so there's no door up here. That just was never fixed it up here at the north. It's just the door on the right here. Oops. So a little bit bigger than the other one. It's not massive. Like if the other doors were like 5 foot wide, this is like 7 or 8 foot wide. But it's the same style that kind of pivots in the center.
Ren, what do your eagle's eye see?
Ren!
He doesn't see anything. No traps or anything like that.
Is this on the same roll 20 map?
Yeah, it's just at the bottom.
It's down.
Oh, got it. Down here.
Sorry, I could do this.
All right. Fuck.
Let's inspect the door for traps. Make sure it's not.
Yeah, Ren said there's no traps. I think.
Alright, well, remember the spears and the fire. Just one person open the door. Everyone else stand clear.
Already
Well-
ahead of you.
Well,
Sweet.
right?
What door?
Eastern door.
What door are we at?
It's one over here. Sorry, yeah, ignore the other. I can actually.
Okay.
I can.
I'm gonna move up to the side of it, pull my mace out, and just push the door. Does it look like it's another pivot door?
Yeah. As it pivots in, the light shines in. You see, it's kind of an odd-shaped room. You guys all stepped out of the way. That's funny. Well, nobody can really see much if you're all standing.
I'll peek
guys-
around the corner.
Yeah, so you can't see much. It's an odd angle. It's shaped like this. You know. But what you can make out, I guess, from your peering at behind the corner. So yeah, Gideon stepped in and took a look.
Yeah.
Alana can see.
I mean, no, I mean you just moved down like this one time. So
Yeah.
to actually stand in front of the door to see it. Sorry, I don't know why that's.
After no trap immediately goes off. We
Yeah,
all
there's no
probably
trap.
peek
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all
Door
move
swings
in.
open.
All right.
So
For
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
cartoon moment, I've all our heads just popped around the corner.
Yeah. We do like the thing where it's like Bungo first, and then it's
Yeah.
Bones, and then it's Boots, and then it's Alana, and then it's Ren, Alana, whatever.
I'm gonna
And then
tuck
Gideon at the top.
the hand axe like under like my coat so the light isn't a full 60 feet, so it's not as bright. You know, just kind of dull my light spell because I am human and I need light to see.
I have the ever burning torch.
And we have the bullseye lantern too. I think Ren still has that.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so as you guys peer in, you see this odd-shaped room. It's kind of like in a I don't know what you call it, kind of like a V shape, pyramid shaped, but you know, going out. And you guys are coming from like the right side of it. So.
Can't see through the door at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give you the description before I.
Okay.
As you, kind of step in front of the door into the doorway, you see there's a temple-like chamber in the shape of like a V, kind of. You coming into the right side. Your eyes are immediately drawn to an imposing scene before you. Dominating the eastern side of a stone dais that's 4 feet high, supporting a massive altar carved to resemble writhing snakes. Their serpentine bodies twisting in intricate detail. Flanking the altar are 3 towering humanoid statues, each 10 feet tall with heads fashioned like jackals. Their eyes glow an unsettling green, casting an eerie luminescence across the room. Standing beside the altar is High Priest Kefri, his stern expression unwavering, radiating authority and piety. Adjacent to him looms a large blue dragon, its scales dulled and weathered from years exposed to the relentless desert sun, adding an air of ancient, worn power to the imposing scene. In one hand, he's holding his Bones' orb, blue orb. So, finally made it. Made it further than anyone. Blasphemers, unbelievers. Hold on,
I prefer opportunist.
There's only one thing I hate more than those who do not see the truth of soul, but those who are false. Take the offering, the gift, spit upon it. Kind of a pause as he's staring at you. Dragon's kind of leering back and forth. But now I suppose you shall know the true power of my lord. Any final words?
I do an Eldritch Blast at him for a hit of 23. And it's a Grasp of Hadar and sends him 10 feet towards me.
Okay.
Right.
We will start that next time, unless, I mean, I'd love to keep playing, but I'm sure you guys.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
definitely-
seeing y'all.
I feel like we got to be on our toes for this. It's not like
Yeah.
an end of a night battle.
I would love to. Getting that for that long rest after so long, and
That's why I said wheel.
want
Like, it
this
didn't
so
matter
bad.
if there wasn't any other
If
like
we
even
didn't
if,
rest,
let's say there was a time limit on your weapons, right? Let's say there was, which I'm not saying there is, like a time limit. I'm not, but let's say there
Yeah.
was. I still would have said wheel because there's no way you were gonna survive if you didn't take a rest,
No,
right? So like you were at a point there where it didn't matter.
I
Right?
have
like
to
the way
give
I look at it.
us credit for recognizing,
Yeah, you
we're
have to
here,
rest.
we
Yeah.
have to rest right now.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I agree 100%.
we took way longer than I think we needed to. I think as soon as
No, I think it
someone
was a good
like-
decision because it was dangerous, especially me. Like this
Yeah.
is like there.
But I
it
think
was
as soon as
reasonable if
Todd
something
brought
would've-
it up,
I
there was something in all of us like, yeah,
for sure.
You
and
know,
it's
I was
reasonable
gonna try
that
and have a
you
snarky one blowing it back, but
I loved it. Yeah.
you
someone
need
beat
it.
to the punch, you could say.
All right. So
Cool.
we'll say keep tuned to the channel. I don't know. Are you guys? Well, someone would have to stream. I won't be here next weekend.
What? Well, can't have the final battle without you being, unless you want. That seems like one epic huge battle.
Right,
You really,
big-
yeah.
big battle,
I imagine we're gonna have to.
get in there.
Yeah,
You know.
Two
well,
people-
I
a
mean,
normal, like-
we can skip next week.
yeah. If that's what we have to
Yeah.
do.
I mean, I
I would
would
rather-
skip than
Yeah.
not have you.
You know. Well,
For sure.
I mean, I
Right?
appreciate
You
that,
don't-
but
yeah.
I mean, that mace on the wall was really.
and
You didn't have that.
I just
Hey
want to
man,
make
that's
sure.
gonna come in handy here.
That
I'm
shield
fucking
up.
with. He doesn't mess with him.
A fucking
Oh.
mace. I like that I'm still able to put out damage. However, the mace for Gideon is like, humiliation.
You've done some damage with it. Yeah, you're way more deadly with a
Poleaxe. I'm
pole
just
arm, though.
better
Yeah,
trained.
for sure.
I'm better trained. All right then. Let's see here.
So we're gonna skip next week, unless you guys. Is that gonna? Because someone else has something coming up too, right?
Yeah, Todd said the 19th, so the 12th.
Can everybody make the 12th?
If that's it, but like my Julia is a saint and lets me play D&D all year round, like multiple times a week. So I try to appease her in the summer with some pool days.
That's reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you just tell me.
I can do the 12th. As long as we can do the 12th.
yeah.
It's a
If it-
good
Yeah, if we do the 12th and
yeah.
then we take whatever time off. Yeah, because you guys will probably
Yeah.
be dead anyway. So no. I'm joking.
Yeah.
We'll re-roll characters.
We're starting a new
Fucking
campaign,
maybe.
everyone.
All right then. So let's plan on that. I know that next weekend is a no-go. So
yeah. So we'll do the
Alright.
12th then. We'll plan on the 12th.
Yeah.
Which is
2
2
weeks,
from
epic battle with
It's all right.
fuck.
There's only one life.
Yay!
We can do it, guys.
Well, it'll be sick.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We should start doing like other